This is Greg Vincent with Top Producer Radio. I'm talking to Fred Gesser today from Planalytics, the chief meteorologist at Planalytics. And Fred, just bring us up to date on where we went this weekend with weather conditions and what that might mean to farmers out there in the field trying to get some crops planted.
Well, up through this weekend, we had some pretty good opportunities for field work in eastern Nebraska, Minnesota, and Iowa, mainly last week. And then over the weekend, things kind of went downhill. We had severe weather, or at least 300 reports of large hail, high winds, and tornadoes extending from the central plains and Texas all the way up across Iowa, northern Illinois, Wisconsin, and over into lower Michigan. Rainfall-wise, we picked up in the hard red wheat areas of Kansas and Oklahoma. Some slow-moving storms on Saturday dumped anywhere from 2 to 8 inches of rain in some hard red wheat areas. And then yesterday we had generally 1 to 3 inches or more across Kansas up into Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan, as well as picking up northern Illinois.
Now, I imagine some people are going to be getting fairly antsy, particularly in my area where I am here in Missouri. There's been little to no field work done. And coming off of last year's, are we anywhere to be worrying about that yet? A repeat of 2008?
I think you can have a concern, but I really don't see the same pattern. Last year, if you remember, we started with a blocking pattern over Greenland that basically stalled everything right over the Midwest with the cold conditions and repetitive storminess. And while we are getting a lot of spring activity, the way it looks over the next week to 10 days, we're kind of spreading it out a little bit. Over the next 48 hours, we're going to focus on Oklahoma and northeast Texas, southeastern Missouri and Arkansas, southern Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, and parts of Kentucky. And that'll go right into this weekend with, I'm sorry to say, looks like a pretty good core of precipitation falling on Louisville over the weekend, on Saturday. But as we go into the week and next week, we shift the emphasis of the rain back into Nebraska, South Dakota, southern Minnesota, and Iowa, and take it across generally I-80 and north. And that generally will translate, as in time, towards the southeast. So we're kind of spreading it around a little bit and not hammering one place night after night after night.
Well, as you look out through this week, aside from the maybe picking a horse that likes muddy conditions at the Kentucky Derby on Sunday, what do we think? I mean, are we going to be mudding in that corn as well?
I think right now you're going to, for Missouri, parts of Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, I would be concerned, yes. I think there's going to be, I think for the most part, Iowa got done. Eastern Nebraska is probably close to done, and I think over the next week to 10 days, there's going to be opportunities to make some ground up in Minnesota. So if I were concerned, I'd be concerned in Missouri, southern half of Illinois, Indiana, southern Indiana actually, and down in the Ohio River Valley.
So Peoria south in Illinois, or are you looking further south than that?
Yeah, I would say possibly Champaign, Decatur, and south.
Okay. Fred, I appreciate it. That's Fred Gesser with Planalytics. He's the chief meteorologist there, and that's his report for the week on planting conditions.